This is what parkour looks like in real life. This is how parkour looks like in Mirror's Edge. Well, at least you have more than one life here. And today we will be reviewing Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge was created by DICE. Wait, what? Yeah, you might know them from the Battlefield games and only that, but no, Mirror's Edge was developed by DICE in 2008 and is now seen as one of their most beloved titles. The game sold a decent amount and to this day around 2.5 million copies, which was enough to see a sequel. And a mobile game that's actually pretty good?
What?
It's easily the weakest part of the game. The game's premise is that it takes place in the futuristic utopian city of, well, no names given to us. But what's known is that everything is controlled by the city's government, where everything is regulated and the government intercepts all information. Riots used to be frequent, but has now been quelled and most people have just given up. The story is as follows. You play as Faith, who is a runner caught up in a conspiracy involving a dead politician named Pope. Your twin sister Kate is framed for the murder and it's up to you to save her. No, that's actually pretty much it.
Boring!
The story is unfortunately bland, which is just so weird and just screams of wasted potential for a game that showed such promise that the story is just kinda boring. The main antagonist's great plan is to create a super team of runners that can chase down runners.
You are made of stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty weird when you have guns, you have choppers, you don't need runners to kill other runners. They even go as far as to build a whole underground training arena to train said runners, which must have just costed millions and it would not be worth the hassle. I can understand the importance and value of runners such as Faith as being the sole way of safe communication between the rebellion is by said runners who personally delivers messages running from rooftop to rooftop risking their lives. All in all, it's just sad to see a weak story and writing where such otherwise awesome premise it could have been. There are games that try to replicate the same type of quality of Mirror Edge's parkour into their games. We have seen it in Call of Duty, Titanfall, Dying Light, and Brink? Yet no one has been able to adopt the same quality of parkour that Mirror Edge has. Parkour is easily the best aspect of the game. Everything feels fluid. When free running, you gain more speed the longer you run without stopping or losing momentum. The same goes for climbing or sliding over or under objects. If you have no momentum, Faith will struggle to get over something and you can just feel it when she tries to climb over something. But if you have momentum, she will almost fly over things. And Faith can wall jump, wall run, rope glide, and flip when hitting the ground. And just jump far over buildings. Faith grabs what you look at, which can be an issue sometimes when she grabs something which was unintended. There are also valves that sometimes need to be turned, and these just completely suck. They slow down the pacing of the game, and there are these ones that you have to turn, and even a pretty bullshit death in terms of you need to turn this valve that's pretty much hidden up here before you can go down there, and if you go down there, the steam will kill you. And the first time I played this game, the steam killed me, because how would I have known I needed to turn the valve that's hidden over there? Yeah. The combat on the other hand is... it's sometimes great, and sometimes rage-inducing. Faith can either beat, shoot, or disarm the enemy, and these takedown animations are pretty varied and super cool to watch, with some of the takedowns I did not even know was possible. The gunplay is serviceable with some slight knockback. I mean, the guns feel okay when shooting them. They're okay. The enemy variation is low though. There are ordinary police officers, military guys, even more military guys, and these in particular only varies with their weapons of arms, such as SMGs, shotguns, and light machine guns. But the most scary part of the game though, and the best enemy, are the chasers. And these guys are hard to beat in close combat, and it's just better to straight up run away from them. Because when these guys show up, you hear their footsteps behind you, indicating just how close they are. And it makes the game feel briefly like a horror game. And you don't want to look behind you because then you lose momentum, so you just keep on running forward and you just hear these footsteps and it will drive you crazy. There's also the runner vision, or runner's high, which is a mechanic that transports the player into Faith's point of view, seeing objects and directions colored in red, indicating where the player is supposed to go and what the player can interact with. The checkpoint system, on the other hand, varies from near perfection to just straight up tedious. You can sometimes get if you die, you have to watch this cutscene, which is unskippable, or you just need to do a section that was just a pain in the butt to do. Faith also has the ability to slow down the time for a short period, and this recharges by free running. So it's something that's not a high cooldown and you will use frequently throughout the game. You will mostly use it though to get the timing right when you try to disarm enemies. Unfortunately, the window of opportunity is way too short. Just look at this clip for an example. This is barely any time unless you use the slow down ability. So you better get the timing done right, or this will happen to you, unfortunately, a lot. The side content or extra contents are more or less finding suitcases that's filled with information or money, but you don't really get anything for collecting them. There are 3 of them on each level, and you find them more or less by finding this symbol or runner glyphs, which are scattered throughout the map. And then if you see one of them, you know the bag is in close proximity. I never really tended to go after all of these. It just felt tedious and non-rewarding. The music in this game is just amazing. The level variety and atmosphere in Mirror's Edge is excellent. You will travel through sewers, trains, rooftops, abandoned building complexes, elevator shafts. There's even a level with a mall in it. The visuals and atmosphere of this game is just up there. It's so good. Mirror's Edge uses mostly primary colors, with the majority being white, red, and blue. It's minimalistic, which enhances it so much. It looks so good, even now in 2023. The downsides, though, are the character and models' faces. They have not held up well. The cutscenes are stylish, but they're pretty boring, and you just wanna skip them, unfortunately. Personally, my favorite mission is Kate. It involves a construction site where you, as a player, have to climb all the way up in one go, and one misstep equals death. There's a certain feeling you get when you play this segment. Something inside of you when you just look down and you're so far up. And the music enhances the experience with a calming yet determining effect. This mission is a must play. In conclusion though, Mirror's Edge is a game of its time. A new IP that tried something completely different. Did it succeed? Financially, no. But its legacy lives on, and to this day is a gold standard of how parkour should be in a video game. I highly recommend this game for anyone who wants to play something different and who is in the mood for a short but sweet game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, well, in the next video. Thank you guys.